Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, B Funk. Thinking right out here into that. What I do for you. I got two books in front of me. I got some work to do today. I got some good information. So let's get this party started. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in to receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. I got you. Right thinking mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment, knowing yourself a little bit better. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? So let's get there together. And I ask, do you know you? It's rhetorical, but if you don't have an answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows but knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm a spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself. And always to Maya, be true. Yeah, I'm working on two books here today. Okay? Well, the other one from Egyptian Mystery. I got the initiation about to wrap up. But it's two lessons in one, but I'm trying to tie them together, see if I can pull this one off. Okay, let's go. Right thinkers, let's talk about the philosophy of, no, excuse me, Epilogue. And what is the philosophy of the Shims? Shims follows she taught another philosophy, or in this time, right thinking philosophy. But let me introduce you to what we call the weaving of Horus inside of us. I'm going to break down the four parts of the body that represents the four sons of Heru. Alright, so let's go. Now the aim, wait a minute, I got to show you this. That'd be next. I got that, bro. Let me get this out the way. The aim of all my right thinking teachings is to affect the weaving of Heru inside of you, knowing thyself eternally. And this is to say, to transform ourselves into what? Heru, to achieve Heruhood. They say Horus, I say Heru. Heru is sustained by his four sons. That's why I'm tying this into the Shims and the money coming out. There you go. So, and who represents what? The four viscerous, which is the inners of your body. And I'm going to break that down for you 1 second. And which were removed, was this, from the body of the deceased at the time of embalmment. They call it canoptic jars. There are four of them. But in order, we get to that in a minute, but in order to achieve Heruhood, these organs must be maintained in good health. Modern neuroscience has discovered, here we go again, what they discovered, that all cells in our bodies outside of the brain and your central nervous system are capable, you ready, of responding to thought by producing similar chemicals as are produced in the brain. So the body have memory also. Thus, we can be called right thinking cells. Therefore, the body organs. Also, limbs are an extension of your central nervous system. In this context, the human consciousness may be taken to what? Any part of the body. When you want your arm to move, there's a thought. The thought God knows how to control the nervous system. Okay, we know that. By simply what? Concentrating on the part to direct the healing forces. That's also like the placebo. You can heal yourself through what? Mentally thinking. Placebo, you think they healed you and you believe you're healed. Guess what? The power of belief will heal you. and to ensure what? Proper mental energy distribution. That's the chakra centers also. And on the what? Daily basis. Not every now and then, daily. Or, watch this, or to gain assistance with thought process through what? Using every available part of your body. Thus, by proper diet, daily meditation on each organ, life force energy will be sent to each through what? The power of consciousness, thought, will, aka through meditation, and ensure what? Your proper distribution of creative energies to them. These are the sons of Heru. First one, Imsat. He represents your liver, and there's 4 different. Here they go right here. There's going to be 4 different heads on each one. Okay? One is man, the other one is the jackal, the other one is, the hawk. You got the jackal, the hawk, and the baboon and man. 4 different concepts. Watch this, I'll break it down. First one is Imset. He represents the liver. His body is of a man. You got the man here. Why? Imset represents, your liver represents intelligence. Is the one who leads what? His brothers. He's the leader. He got a brother Happy, Duanoff, and Quincebanef, who represents the animal forces in nature. Again, we use the animal forces to prove certain things and understand them so we can teach it. The liver has an important, there you go, did you know that? Role in what? Cleansing the blood and directly connected to what? Your ego personality. And the brain, same thing. 1 glass of water with fresh squeezed lime juice first thing in the morning is an excellent liver cleanser. We all have stuff that everything goes through the liver. So they got stuff to cleanse the liver. Okay? No problem. Second one, you got Dumitov. That represents stomach, and he's the jackal-headed god. Okay? Now, he got 4 sons, and they all got different characters. Sound like Noah, right? 3 different relations, 3 different nationalities from one man. But this is conceptually. Dumitov, the stomach, he represents the jackal-headed god, and that's Anubis. Now, decomposition and digestion, okay, transforms organic matter to what? Give life. That's what the stomach does. Thus, life comes from what? Death. This is the seat of the sun, which is Ra, and it's located in the solar plex, in the middle of your chest. Solar plex, excuse me. Now, number 3 of the sun. He's Happy. He represents your lungs. And he's the baboon-headed Tahuti. Yeah, there you go. Through the lungs, what happens? You get life force. Life, Yahweh. Okay, y'all think it's God. No, and it could be symbolically. Why? Yah. Inhale. Wait. Exhale. Inhale, life. Exhale, death. When you're around somebody who died and had that experience, the last thing they do is they get a last gasp. That's death. It's leaving air, it's leaving the body. The spirit just left the building. Okay, Elvis just left the building, so to speak. But that's the concept that they understood a long time ago. But they put everything in perspective, and they understood that breathing was essential to living. And through the lungs, your life force is introduced to what? To the body, along with the air that we breathe. This air, and what you call life force, then enters into the heart, the lung circuit, wherein it is now exchanged with the what? Impurities within. That's the breath of life. Inhale is life. Death. Symbolically, okay, metaphorically, but it works, okay? That's the whole thing about it. The last son, what's that? Kebasinov, small intestines, okay? He's the hawk-headed guy, yeah, Heru, okay, Junior. Kebasinov means he who refreshes his brothers, okay? He's the small intestines. The small intestines provide refreshment. Did you know that? By what? Modifying the food material in order that it may be assimilated throughout the body. Every organ played a role. And guess what organ is not in it? And you see that the heart stays in the body. That's what's being judged symbolically. That's why it's done like that. But every organ plays a role. They had everything figured out. They had the human body laid out. Okay, trust me. That's that. I'm use that information from that book. Put that to rest. Now, this is the fun part. The epilogue, meaning the end. We're at the end of the book. Okay, you see up top where it says epilogue. You see that group of guys right there? That's Heru and his 4 sons taking care of who? The eagle, Set, his uncle. They do work to him. You see them all lined up? And the concept is, if you're going to be a follower or Shimsu, you have to kill the eagle. Okay? Destroy the ego. Why? Break it down for you. Okay, how about this? Quick lesson. I'm halfway home, so this is the rest of the lesson. We're going to be about the epilogue. And this is what we call, what is the philosophy of the Shims? I'm about to break it down for you. But the whole point is, in order to become a right-thinking follower of Shitat Netta and the aspirant, you must become a member of the Shimsu congregation, or convert and become a devotee of Shitat Netta. This is saying, when I became a Mason, I came in, I'm following the rules, I'm at the tennis, I'm going to do the best I could at what they're giving me. That's all he's telling you in life. All you can do is give your best effort. That's all he asks from you. That's why I just get a lesson. If you half in it, it ain't going to work. Simple as that. He want all. But let me break this little thing down to epilogue, because this is so funny to me. I love this. I went the whole book to get to this, all right? But I needed to get all that in. Now this will make sense, hopefully, to you. And you see the picture again, right? They all lined up. And you see Osiris on the other side. Okay, he witnessing it. Okay, this is for him. This let you know, we got him. We got him. Okay, your son should avenge your father's killer. That's the concept. Okay, in this instance, the ego was the killer of their father, and they're going to do him. Okay, so what is the philosophy of the Shims? Good question. Shims means to follow. Right thinkers. We Shims of Shitat Netta, semi-Tawi. I just call it right thinking philosophy, but we follow that philosophy, that concept. So Shims means to follow. Shimsu, Shitat Netta, follows of Shitat Netta. So we Shims right thinking philosophy, follows of right thinking philosophy. Okay. Shitat Netta are the followers of the what? The Netarian path. Okay, what does it mean to follow something? You got a cults, you got churches, you got all kinds of groups of people that you can follow. Your choice. Why should some things be followed? Because it's advantageous and it's productive for those who do it correctly. There's some benefits in it. That's why. Okay, people go to church and live right. It ain't the church that's blessing them. It's how they live and that's blessing them. They go to church to fellowship with like-minded people. Okay, moving on. So that's just a concept. And you have what? Why should some things be followed and some not? Again, your discernment should let you know if this guy talking what he's talking is on point or full of crap. Simple. What should be followed? Here you go. In life and why? There are certainly some of the most important, these are the most important questions in your life, and because if serious thought is put into them, they involve what? Critical questions of life. Who am I? Why am I here? Knowing thyself will answer that question. Finding yourself is the reason for being here, to know thyself who. We don't know, we come here, no memory, okay, not no knowledge of ourselves. Simple. The ego self is the first thing that takes over in the physical form. That's what they're telling you. You got to do away with him. Moving on. So the idea is you're here to know yourself. You're here for a test. I just get a lesson too. And what is my purpose? All these are questions that we ask, and all legit good questions, which are or should be the most important concerns in your life personally. And this treaty suggests some answers. I'm trying to answer it for you because I had the same questions, okay? And they offer from the perspective of our ancient Egyptian concepts, and it's attended teachings, okay, as developed by who? The sages of Shitanetta, or African religion in ancient times. The reason why they say religion because it was practiced daily. That's all. That's only religion. That's what makes it a religion. Oh no, what's this? What's this? Okay, I don't talk about that. But yeah, when you practice something, you live it. You call it religion. Brother don't say Islam ain't a religion, it's a way of life. I've been telling you since I come on here. Right thing of philosophy is not a religion. It's a way of life. It's a philosophy that you can practice and make it yours. Simple. Now, I am a follower of Nurture. Remember, our ancients didn't have a word called God. He was the absolute, the supreme being, Amun, the hidden one. But God is a title, not a name. Okay, understand that. So we was followers of Nurture, the ultimate God. Okay, Amun, the hidden one. In accordance with the writings, per Heru, the book teaching you how to be spiritually enlightened, Lord Keperu, that's the scarab head man. Okay, Keperu. He is the creator of the morning sunrise. He's the creator of what? The scarab represent new life, new beginning. When they come out of the manure, okay, full alive, ready to do what they got to do, eat more manure. So that's what they represent at the time. They use him as the signifier for life, new life. And the answer to what? These important questions of life was given by the sage of who? Ancient times as the following spiritual path. In ancient times, that path was known as Shitanetta. The teachings, okay, were given by the creator, Keperu, in the form of what? Outward appearances, shapes, and objects of creation. That's what Tahuti gave us, what? The hieroglyphics, codified, and those into what? Hieroglyphics, texts. And these teachings, again, were passed on through history. The first book written in history that known to man was the Per Heru. Moving on. That's been proved as a fact. Now, in succeeding generations, meaning it's been passed down for generations of who? Sages, high priests, and priestesses of what? The Netherine religion. It's always been around. Hidden stolen knowledge, yeah, but it's always there. I went and got it. Why is it important for you to what? Become a member of what? I think philosophy, or they call it Shitanetta, again, tradition. Why is it important? And what does it mean to be a follower of right thing philosophy, again, or Shitanetta? Spiritual teachings. You're learning to what? Know thyself. There's a purpose. Okay, there's an end game here. There's a goal. If you are reading this book, this is because at one time or another, you have come to what? The recognition of what? The important work that's being conducted by those who what? Currently follow right thing of philosophy. All my followers are doing good, prospering. That's the whole point. And for what? For a betterment of themselves and society. We ain't just doing it for their society, but what's this? But also to promote your own first Nihas spiritual awakening and emancipation, or what they call the resurrection, born again, all that good stuff. It means you become a different being. You become enlightened. You know yourself. Nihas. In order to reach that state of consciousness that we call Nihas, there must be Nihas without the T. Nehs. That means wakefulness. Being awake. Being awake implies what? Wakefulness, what? Towards the teachings. That is what? Attentive. Spending time and desires, etc. for what? Spiritual pursuits, not worldly pursuits. Some of us want the big house, the fancy car, fortune, and fame. Yeah, but that's worldly. Spiritual pursuits is to have knowledge of self, to know God. This means being mature enough to have grown what? Beyond the childish worldly pursuits and interests of the world and ideas of life. If you're still ignorant of your spiritual self, you still want material stuff. Yeah, it's easy to think one is mature when one hears what the ancient Egyptian proverb, meaning searching for oneself in the world is the pursuit of an illusion. What would that mean? If you think you're going to find something out here that's going to make you happy, it's an illusion, won't happen. Simple as that. Understand that. And that's what spirituality means. I'm not here for the physical stuff. I'm here for the spiritual stuff. However, why is it, what's this, that someone who have heard and agree will continue to shims, that means to follow, pursue what? Worldly illusion. If you know it's an illusion, why are you still chasing it? Instead of what? Applying themselves to become fully involved in learning the teachings needed to have, we know needing to have a job to support oneself and the family should not be an impediment for your intensive practice. Whatever I'm doing, when I was working, I took my books. My supervisor said, "You're a different dude." Why? I come to work early, study, get my studying in my spare time, on my time when it's time to go to work, close the book, go to work. Moving on. But so I didn't let my job stop me from studying, practicing. Okay? However, that will become what? Obstacle. And if that job or your career is the main object of your life, workaholics, the teachings should be what? Your main objective. Why? Because you're going to get something out of that. And the job should be a means to finance your intensification of your said practices of the teachings of right thinking philosophy. We must conclude that until the action follows the thought is not being held as what? Reality or even a priority. We think about a lot of stuff. We got knowledge of a lot of stuff. How much stuff do we employ? How much stuff do we use? Again, self-mastery is using the knowledge that you have. So there is an insufficient maturity in such a person. Why? Who's pursued the teachings in a what? In an intensive and advanced way. So there is insufficient maturity in such a person to pursue the teachings in a what? In an intensive and advanced way. Their choice, there you go, their choice action reveals their lower state of maturity, meaning they're going to do what they want to do. Those kind of people will never raise up. Why? Because they work in a lower state of maturity and aspiration. They don't want no better. You can't want more for somebody who they want for themselves. I can't help you be better if you don't want to be better. Moving on. But such people should what? Follow a level of practice that includes devotional practice, praying, rituals, meditation, studying, reading the books of what? Maya teachings, aka right thinking philosophy, to what? To develop purity of heart. And until this level of aspiration is reached and developed, the focus here is to develop your mat, your actions, your good deeds, offering righteous action and living a righteous lifestyle. That's the way the ancients lived it. That's how they professed it. That's why I'm teaching it. And I'm living proof. Yeah, it worked. So the opposite of nihas is what? Nem. Ignorance. Sleep, slumber, slothfulness, and immaturity. A person who is immature cannot adopt the teachings of right thinking philosophy properly, and they will not be able to follow it correctly. Okay, well, I want you to do, but if you're not being done, it won't work for you. That's the whole point. And what is needed is what? Wakefulness towards your higher perspectives in life, and slothfulness what? Towards what is degrading. I don't want to do bad things no more. I used to love doing bad things. Now I don't desire for bad things. Are you perfect? Hell no. But my desires and my thoughts don't lead me to doing dumb stuff to incorporate that in my life. So I'm a lot smarter than that. And this means what? You as the aspirant should be awake as opposed to what? Your ordinary worldly people who are what? Asleep due to ignorance towards their higher perspectives and wakefulness towards what is the base for life and degraded and illusional lifestyle for those who are ignorant. Once there is a wakefulness, a spiritual sensitivity or spiritual aspiration, respect for the sage, and reverence toward the spiritual teachings, not the sage, just the teachings, and the divine, what there should be snihas, which is wakefulness, watchfulness, alertness, and vigilance. There are many who follow spiritual teachings. Yeah, everybody go to church, everybody got a religion, okay, but watch this. Many who follow spiritual teachings of all traditions, who at times appear to have grown, and at others seem to fall back to their old habits. When you come to church and think you're going to get rewarded, God going to bless you, and all of a sudden it don't happen, man, that's full of crap. But that's only on you. It ain't going to do the church. Again, you go back to your bad habits of degraded passions and your physical desires in order to what? Truly follow an idea. You must be steadfast on that path to watchfulness so that what? Your negative behaviors and thoughts and patterns that you used to have do not draw you back into them. That's the whole idea. I'm not going back to the streets. I'm not going back to selling drugs. I'm not going back to being that type of person. Dead. Done with. That's why you do it. You want to eliminate something? Stop. Just stop. So, wrap it up. Yeah, I see the clock. Let me get this thing done with. Hope you're getting the lesson. Where we at? Okay. The working of the following. The work of the followers of spiritual teachers, what it requires you to follow for your financial support. When I go to church, I always give something to the till. Not 10%. No, I ain't a member, so I ain't got to do that. I ain't obligated to that. But I'm always giving to support. But also, you support their psychic support. I'm there for moral support, spiritual support, as well as what my physical support. I'm in person. I'm here. Physically. But when a person becomes a member of something, they are taking an important step to in what sustaining the and disseminations of what Shita, meaning teachings of Shita Nada. All right, that's what I give you. Ancient Egyptian African religion for themselves and for the world, as the membership is now growing, my subscriptions, and the pooling of resources increases. It will now be possible to what? Affect more people, get more viewers, and create more powerful programs for what? The betterment, to facilitate for the practice for all those who follow my philosophy, aka right thinking teachings. It is important to take a step of membership. Why? Because this shows to yourself and the world and others of kind like mine that there are others who also believe and follow or feel and are aspired as well, that they do for themselves also, and develop what? Spiritual strength. Practicing it daily makes you stronger, and in the mysterious way allows every individual member, right thinker, to have a subtle means of support that urges them on to success on what? The spiritual path, psycho-spiritual journey through life, and whatever they may be, whatever your endeavors are. So Shims is the means to have what? Good association and divine association, join with others of the like mind together. When I go to church on Sunday, I fellowship with Christians, people who believe in God, like-minded people. But watch this. This is a special association, unlike the worldly kinds of groups that have what? Worldly goals and objectives, or religious goals and religious objectives. Shims is the coming together of followers of what? The divine, aka God. If I went to the Muslim, I'm going to follow Allah. If I go to the synagogue, I'm going to be Yahweh. But I come to fellowship, okay? Because they're worshiping the divine, whatever name they call them, is their choice, for the purpose of promoting what? Righteousness and order in society, and also spiritual awakening and enlightenment for those who are truly ready to tread that path to what? Self-knowledge, self-mastery, or higher consciousness, aka they call it An-Minet, meaning immortality. When you obtain knowledge of self in the physical world, when the physical body dies, you will get one with your higher self, aka God. That's immortality that spirit have. Man don't, but the spirit do. So understand that, right, thinkers? That's the lesson. I'm coming back with the oath of the followers of She taught Netta. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. In closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100, me 100 miles a day. So I never know that my right thinkers or my shims have passed away. I'll be right back.